Hey guys, I think I'm on. All right. I am so happy to be on here with you today. My name is Tammy Anderson Ward. I am the conference producer here with the Energy Healing Conferences, and I am so excited about some of our upcoming announcements that we have. Before I get started with those, I would like to just welcome those of you who have maybe not been on our page before. Maybe this is your first time experiencing what the Facebook Live experiences look like, and I'd like to just welcome you here. If this is your first time, go ahead and give us a shout out. Let us know that this is your first time. If you've been on before, welcome back. Thanks for being a part of our community here. We just are so absolutely welcome. Welcoming to all of our new friends. And I also just want to tell you a little bit about what we're trying to do here on our Facebook Live experiences. This is a platform that is free for you to be able to join in, to be able to connect with the community, the energy healing community. And you can join in from wherever you are. It doesn't cost anything. So it really matches our mission and our goals, which is to make energy healing education really informative, accessible, and affordable, so free, so that's definitely affordable, right? The other thing that I just wanted to make sure that you know what we are doing here is we like to help connect people to practitioners and resources that would be a good fit for them. So if there's somebody that comes on and they speak and they really resonate, you know, with what they're saying and who they are and just their vibration that they give off, make sure that you reach out and connect with them. We have so many times where people say, I forgot to get so and so's information or whatever. If they give you a way to connect with them and you resonate with them, make sure you write that down for sure. We're so happy to be able to do that. One of the ways that you can support us is by following this page, the Energy Healing Conference, either on YouTube, on Instagram, or Facebook. Those are our hotspots where we always go. And then also please tag friends or family or loved ones, acquaintances down in the comments that you think would be interested in what we have so that we can spread the mission of getting that education out there. We've been doing our conferences since 2014. We've done over 80 large events in multiple states, and we definitely try to travel around and do as much as we possibly can. If you ever get the opportunity to attend a live event, we would absolutely love to have you. We never ever want people to not be able to attend because of financial restrictions or anything like that. So we always give opportunities to be able to come in either on a scholarship, or if you're able to, we are always looking for people who are friendly, who can help us at the event. We're always looking for people who can be a room host, even if it's just for a couple of hours, just to make sure the room is settled and, kind of tidied up, cleaned up at the end, and helpful to the speakers. So we always try to make sure that there is a way for people to do that. And thank you for those of you who have volunteered in the past. We honestly only have 3 employees. We're a very small company still. We're not a nonprofit organization, so we don't have people volunteer as an ongoing thing. It's usually just for a few hours at an event here or there. So if that sounds like something that you might be able to commit to in the future, please let us know, because it is so important to us. If you're interested in volunteering at this next upcoming event in Logan, we actually do have a virtual ticket opportunity at this one. Not at the others coming up following after that, but this next one happening on April 2nd, we do. So if you are interested in being a virtual volunteer, which is to kind of help us keep track of the virtual content, not content, that's not what I mean. Just like if a disconnect comes up or something like that, it helps us to be able to get perspective from the other side, like from the viewers positioning. We're really trying to upgrade that as much as possible. And if you would like to be a volunteer at our live event, we are really looking for at least 4 new volunteers for that particular one. I'm going to go ahead and put the link down in the comments, and you can see by looking at that particular form that we try to be as generous in turn, so that it's an energy exchange as well. So we definitely give the audio recordings and then a ticket for you and for a ticket for yourself. So I'm going to go ahead and put the link down here if you are interested in helping us out with that at all. Hello, it looks like we've got people from Idaho and Ohio. Thank you guys so much for being here. I just was kind of updating some of the fresh content, fresh opportunities that are available to you right now. If you are a professional practitioner or you offer options as a health entrepreneur, we would love to help get you in front of people who might be looking for what you have. We love to showcase the best of the best. We have things like light therapy and supplements and gemstones, even things like vibrational medicine. We're always looking for the cutting edge. And we always do a vetting process as well to make sure that, people have a business license, business insurance, all of that kind of stuff. And if you don't, I'd be happy to help assist you with that as well. We also have upcoming opportunities to be able to help professional practitioners in business if they recognize that they have these, healing attributes, and they get trained and they don't know how to, what's the next step. We like to be able to help them and assist them with that. So, hey, Lori, I remember you're from Aberdeen. She's got pictures of potatoes in her emojis. I love that so much. So here is the link for the Logan conference that's coming up on April 2nd. But I digress. That is not our next event. That is only one of our next events. That's our live event. If you are interested in learning about Reiki, this is an opportunity next that I'd love to talk to you. But first, let me ask you the question, do you know what Reiki is? And you can just answer with a quick yay or nay, or a Y for yes, or an N for no. I would like to know, though, for people who are on our page, is that something that you are interested in learning more about? And possibly the science of the Reiki, possibly the research that's been done, especially over the last 30 years since technology has advanced so much. If you're somebody that's like, I've had Reiki done before, maybe even let me know what if you've done an appointment, or if you are a Reiki practitioner, maybe put that you do Reiki as part of your practice. I know people who are medical doctors, cardiologists even, and surgeons. I know people who do healing touch as a nurse, and they also incorporate Reiki into their healing as well. There are people who have all kinds of opportunities out there, really, where you're like, you want to actually help people. And so this is huge. And just so you know, there are literally thousands of different varieties and different types of Reiki. Some people don't know that. Some people think that, they go and they get their Reiki training and certification, but they don't realize that there's actually other ways to do Reiki. There's lots of different kinds of ways out there. And just so you know, there are millions of practitioners nationwide who do Reiki. So it's kind of interesting, kind of cool. Age doesn't have to be something that limits you. So if you are really young or a lot older, it doesn't even matter. The research has proven that age is not a factor in effectiveness. And so I'm excited to talk to you a little bit about that particularly, but I want to remind you to come back to either our Facebook page or our YouTube channel or our website, which is where we're going to put the links up Monday. And I'm not totally sure if it's going to be Monday morning or if it's going to take us just a little bit later to have a little bit more time to get that completed. We had some entrepreneur stuff come up this week, getting our taxes done. I actually got a concussion earlier this week. I ran into a metal beam, and so I've had a few things. That's why the registration isn't quite up yet, but remember to come back on Monday. We'll have that ready for you. That is going to be taking place March 21st to the 24th. It is 100% free. It is going to be happening every single day during that during those dates, March 21st to the 24th. So if you're interested in that, this is what I'm going to have you do down in the comments. Maybe just put, I want to learn. If you put down the statement, I want to learn, then we can go ahead and help people to, we can actually kind of gauge the interest that's there. We have it set up right now that we can offer it for the first 200 people who register for free. After that, I'm going to have to charge a small fee, but we always try to make it so that anyone who wants to learn can learn. Okay. If you happen to be within driving distance, or you can travel in, or you live in Utah, my best friend who lives in Washington is actually in Utah, and she is going to be doing a Reiki class next week. And I know that's before the summit, so maybe you're not going to get all of the the history and the background and the education and all of the research and everything like that. But if you're wanting to learn, this is a great way for you to be able to do it. And just so you know, also my Reiki certification, I paid $400 just for the first level. And I think that's pretty average, is about 400. Yeah, I did. I know, isn't that crazy? I know. So yeah, yesterday I was trying to do my taxes and I got all like I couldn't focus and stuff. I was like, okay, I just need to like take a breath. And luckily I have a light therapy system and I have a sauna and like I can relax and do some energy work on myself. And luckily I have friends who are highly intuitive who've reached out as well. So um all right, Kelly, if you're listening, I sent you the link on Facebook Messenger. So it's on Facebook Messenger so that you can get it. Okay. Just wanted to make sure you knew about that. Okay, so it looks like I actually do have some interest based off of the comments that have been coming in. And if you are a Reiki practitioner, I just want to thank you for being willing to try something that might be a little bit out of the box. Because the science and the evidence-based research is so important to me. I have joined a board. This is the name of the board's website. You're welcome to go here, NCCOEP. You can go learn more about the laws, if you are a Reiki practitioner in your particular state. If the research is really important to you, there's over 15,000 articles on this particular website, NAOEP. And you can also, as a Reiki practitioner, be involved in your own research. This is the link for that if you are interested in learning more about how to do your own evidence-based research and be involved in writing your own articles and or even participating in one. Okay. So if you're interested in learning about affordable options or very, free or very, very affordable, I would love to invite you to follow our page and even mark us down as somebody that you'd like to see when we come on live or when we see regularly. You know how you can like change your notifications on a particular page? If you click on that, then you'll be able to learn more about that. But remember to come back Monday morning, and check to see, because like I said, it's going to be free for the first up to the 200 mark. And you guys, we have thousands and thousands of people on our email list and also on our social media. So I know it's going to be really only the first people that get in on that. And then after that, we will make it affordable for people who'd like to join in after, but I'm only able to do it for the first 200. To let you know about what's going to be happening on the Reiki Connect online summit, March 21st to the 24th. If you put that in your calendar, we're going to be having one class in the morning and then a couple of classes in the afternoon. And you'll be able to join in live and be able to ask questions of the experts, view their presentations, who are going to be joining us from all over the place. We've got a medical doctor who is the president of the NCCOEP, who is a Reiki master, been for 30 years. We'll be joining in and talking about some of the research, how it was done, and what it actually says. If you're a practitioner, that's helpful for you because then you can educate your clients who come to you for Reiki. If you're a nurse or a medical doctor or another healthcare provider, and the research is also very important to you, what that will do is it'll help empower you to, if anybody gives you any grief about it, you can show them the research that's been done. And also, I feel like it's very validating for you to be able to see that. Part of that research, just so you know, is also going to go over some of the details on if someone is younger or older, or if the gender even matters at all, if that person is healthy or not healthy. They took cancer patients right from stage 4, the oncology department, and taught them how to do Reiki. And what they did was they did a series of tests on the people that they performed Reiki on before and after the session to see if that mattered. And the results are really astounding, actually. I feel like it's very validating for a lot of people who already know they can feel the difference, but this helps educate them on what's actually changing. Does it change the blood? Does it change the person's, emotional? Does it help them? Like how? And so if that's kind of something that you're all interested in learning about, you're going to want to for sure check in on that. Okay. So again, that is going to be happening on March 21st to the 24th, but registration most likely will fill up on that very first day, which is Monday. So Monday is going to be when that registration opens up. And again, thank you for your patience. Why I do not have it ready was a little bit out of my control. I was hoping to be able to give you the link today, but watch for that for sure. Okay, on Monday. Let's see, what else was I going to talk with you about? So we have a couple more dates that are coming up, and then I'd like to go ahead and do a giveaway as well. I talked to you already about the Logan event that is happening on April 2nd. And for those of you who are local, or you can drive to Logan, Utah, on April 2nd, that is going to be a very special conference. We are actually doing it at a local high school so that we have lots of extra space. We are going to have a couple of food vendors there as well, so you can come and plan and stay for the day. Very comfortable surroundings there. I'm so excited about it. I also wanted to let you know that we have other dates that are planned as well. Some of the other things that we have planned coming up we'll be in Idaho Falls. So yay for everyone up in Idaho, or if you're within travel distance to Idaho. I know we have people come from Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and other parts of Wyoming as well. We have people who come in from Idaho and Montana. We've had a lot of people from Montana come to our Idaho Falls conferences in the past, and even from Washington over as well, and up from Nevada, and of course Utah. There'll be quite a few friends from Utah as well, I'm sure. The Idaho Falls Conference is going to have a variety of new speakers. I encourage you to come. Even if you've been before, you're going to find that there's new presentations, new vendors every single time. We have not been to Idaho Falls for a couple of years, and because of the seating limitations, that will be something that as soon as you are able, you'll want to go and get registered for that one right away. I was just checking to see if my team was able to get the registration up for the Idaho Falls Conference, and it looks like they were. So that just opened up today. If that's something that you are interested in, you'll want to be sure to check that out. I'm going to go ahead and put the link for the Idaho Falls Conference right here. Lori saying, what time on Monday? I'm not 100% certain, but if you'll check out about 10 a.m., we're going to shoot for that time, noon, if it's not there right away at 10 a.m. Okay, so hopefully that's helpful to you, Lori. So here's the link for the Energy Healing Conference in Idaho if you'd like to participate in that. If you are a vendor, we literally only have 14 spots left for the vendor spot. So be sure to check our website. If you have any questions at all, let me know about the Idaho Falls one. Yes, I know I have a lot of cousins. Since my mom and my dad both grew up in that area, I even graduated high school right in Idaho Falls. And so I'm super excited to be able to join with you guys there. We're going to be doing that at the Snake River Event Center on Lindsay Boulevard, just in case you were wondering about that. And then I also, let's see, I have another announcement. We will be in St. George on April 30th. So that makes 3 very large events happening on in the month of April. But we wanted to make sure that we accommodated as many people from all over the place, which is why we are offering the free Reiki Connect online summit March 21st to the 24th, before we even start out the month of April. I also wanted to let you know that we do have our dates for our largest event, which is an annual conference. It's going to be happening in Utah, June, let's see, my dates. I would love to tell you the exact dates. You can put it in your calendar. It's June 23rd, 24th, and 25th. This will be a very large event with thousands of people. And it will also be indoor and outdoor. We will be bringing in scientists and experts from all over the globe for that one. It's going to be very exciting. Let's see, Exalted Copper Energy Healing. We do sometimes come to Utah County. It has been a little bit, but we are looking and negotiating and talking with some venues, possibly for one for the fall. So we're really excited about that. We will also be doing one in Pocatello, Idaho this fall as well. So stay tuned for those. And then that's pretty much it for our big, large conferences that we do. We'll be doing more as we go throughout. So yeah, anyway, that's kind of what we have coming up. I'm super excited. Now, if you are a professional practitioner and you have been needing some assistance with some technology, maybe you're looking for a way to get your website completed or for an easy way to do intake forms online, so it's professional. If you need information on energy medicine, professional insurance, if you're looking for a way to be able to advertise what you do, I do want to let you know that we do have an event that's happening on Monday that we have 2 spots for. It's called the Business Boot Camp. My team will be right there assisting those of you who come. It's very small groups. If you're interested in coming, I definitely want to let you know about that. The people who have told me that they would like to be able to come to that, they said that they got more done in that one day than they had 4 months prior on their business. So if you're looking for some assistance, my team are actually right there next to you in your computer, and it is so much fun. We have such a blast, but we also, our goal is productivity. Our goal is to really, really be able to get as much done as possible. So we're super excited about that. And they're not offered very much. This is only our 3rd one that we've ever done. Because I mean, we're there and it takes like all that we've got, we don't hold back. We really are right there with you, helping assist you. If you are looking for a practitioner and you don't know where to go to find one that you trust, I highly recommend looking at our directory. Our directory is a place where you can go and you can find practitioners. And if you are not yet in a place where, you have been able to advertise, the directory is a very affordable place that you can go to be able to advertise as well. So I encourage you to go and check that link out as well. We have all different types of categories and you can choose them by picture. When you get to the specific directory page, the link that I just shared, you can find practitioners that are certified in Qigong, in chakra health and hygiene, yoga, foot zoning, light therapy, shamanic healing professionals, birth professionals, clinical intuitives, Reiki, sound therapy, emotion code, massage therapy as well, reflexology. I mean, the list is huge, you guys. We're talking like tons and tons and tons. And so I don't want to read the entire list, but go to that link. If you're looking for someone specifically, that's where you can go and find that. So that'd be perfect. You are on there. Sweet. I'm so excited. Yes, it's an affordable way to be able to find people who are looking for you. So I'm very excited. Now, one of the things that we like to do at our conferences also is to be able to afford or be able to offer the opportunity to get in on courses that are affordable, that people can actually afford, that they can do from their own home. And I'm going to be teaching my last live course called Energy Healing for Beginners. This is a live course that I've taught quarterly, every quarter since 2015, with one exception, with one quarter's exception. So I have taught this to hundreds and hundreds of people since 2015. So for 7 years. But you know how 7-year cycles go. I know that it's time for me to move on to something else to be able to help people with different things. So this will be the last time I teach it in this way. We start April 5th. So if you are interested in joining this, I'm actually going to do a scholarship for this right now. All you do in order to get in on this particular one is I'm going to go ahead and put the link down here so you guys can first of all have all the details. You can go look and find out what it's all about. But then you can also see if that's something that you're interested in. Okay. And if you'd like to join in for the scholarship, just go ahead and put the word scholarship down in the comments. Then I'll know who to choose from. We're going to be having our first speaker come on in just a moment here. So what I'll do is I'll announce the winner of the scholarship for this course after when she's done. So go ahead if you're interested and just comment below. I'd also really like for you to give me a quick emoji on this video. And you can also just tag somebody that you think might be interested in joining in and learning more about evidence-based energy healing. And then also basic glossary definitions if they're totally new to this world. How to use gemstones. We go into that in one of the classes. We also go into some other things that I think are really important for people to know. Things like energy boundaries, tried and true energy activities that you can do just as a starter, somebody who's just barely getting going. We help you with developing habits that will also allow you to connect and trust your own personal intuition as well. So if you've always wanted to learn how to do energy testing, you actually have me on the screen where we're doing troubleshooting tips. If you try it and it works, great. But what happens if you're watching a recording and you don't know how to do it? This is where we come in. We also do Q&As each week. We do live energy healing right in our class. We also talk about the importance of and the power of thoughts as well, and how they can impact your energy field as well. So we do a lot of chakra work, a lot of chakra hygiene as well. And then we also focus in on some of those habits like meditation and other mindfulness practices that will really be helpful to you. Now, I've had people say, is this for kids? Can kids do this? You know, I've actually designed and developed a course that's actually called Kids Energy Course. My kids helped me to create it. They're even in the videos with me. That one I think is more geared for the kids. Okay. If you yourself want to do it along with your kids, that's no problem. You can have them do it, just so that you know there's a complimentary one for kids as well. And it's available on our website actually for only $25. So if you're interested in learning about that, you can go ahead and just look at our website. I just posted the link there so you can find out about how to get in on the directory. Somebody was asking me how to do that. You can go ahead and click on that link. Just scroll up in the comments and then you'll see that. Yes, you can nominate other people. Go ahead and put scholarship next to their name and then go ahead and tag them so that if they do win, and we'll go ahead and choose that winner here in about 20 minutes, then they'll see that they won as well. Okay. All right. Well, I have the wonderful privilege of inviting on Kellie Creager, who actually has been a friend of mine for quite some time. And she is a credible and highly esteemed speaker now. She has been training others. She's been speaking and getting the word out about some really awesome holistic practices. I'm super excited. I'm going to go ahead and just bring her right on. How are you, my friend?
I'm good. Sorry, I'm kind of blind, so I have to wear glasses. And
oh yeah. No, you're totally fine. I'm so excited to have you on here. There's going to be some more people putting scholarship down in the comments, but while they do, let's go ahead and have you introduce yourself to us.
Okay, yeah. So I'm Kellie Creager, and I am a clinical thermographer, and that's what I'm going to be speaking about today is thermography and the benefits of that.
Cool.
And so, yeah. So, so I'm going to just go ahead and just jump right into that. So
that's perfect. Well, I just want to say before you do that I highly recommend thermography. So if there's people that are on right now and they're wondering, like, is this legit? Like, what is this? listen close, you guys, especially if you're a woman over 40, especially. But this is so, so powerful. I actually did have breast surgery last year, and I was able to bring the materials from my tests, from my thermography session, to my surgeon, and they were credible enough to pass as evidence for what my body's doing. So this is a big deal. You guys listen in. I'm super excited. I'm gonna pop out, but just wanted to and give my endorsement here.
Awesome. Thanks, Tammy. So I'm going to put my glasses on because there's a lot of stuff I'm going to have to read. Okay, so I want to ask everybody who here is doing stuff to keep themselves healthy, like whether that's eating healthy, exercising, taking supplements, or whatever. Can you go ahead and leave a comment of what things that you are doing currently or have done or have tried? So I kind of already introduced myself, but again, I'm Kellie Creager, and I am a mobile clinical thermographer. It's like a photographer, except for it has therm at the beginning of it, which basically essentially means that I take thermal images in a clinical setting, and then that can give you information about your health. So my intention today is I want to give you information about thermography and how that can help you know if what you're doing to be healthy is helping or maybe even hurting. So I started my thermography, my thermal imaging journey happened 5 years ago after I found a lump in my breast. Now, as you can imagine, that was terrifying. That would be a scary thing to happen. I had all kinds of things going through my mind. Things like, what's going to happen to me? What kind of tests am I going to have to go through? What kind of things are going to happen to my family, especially my son, because I'm his sole caretaker. I'm the main one that takes care of him, and he has special needs. So I knew I needed to get this checked out, and I went to a holistic practitioner, a naturopathic doctor. And she surprisingly, she says, "Oh, you need to get a mammogram. You need to get this checked out." And I was kind of like, oh, I was hoping you could tell me there was some other option. But she just told me that option. I guess there's just not a lot of people that know about thermography still. And so I did some searching, and I did find a thermographer. And, not that there's anything against mammograms. I don't ever want to give that impression, because I actually work with a lot of people who do both mammograms and thermograms. For me, though, I just wanted to do the least invasive procedure first, and then if needed, I could have, progressed up to that. So I found the thermographer, and I did a thermal scan. Now, I get asked all the time, what is thermography and how does it work? For the sake of time, I'm going to save most of that detailed explanation for my presentation at the conference. And I do hope you'll come see me at the conference if you're coming. My presentation will be very informative. That's where I'll talk about more of the science-y stuff, because I like the science-y stuff, and a lot of people like to know how it really works. I'm also going to do a special drawing at the conference for the people who come to my presentation. I'm going to give away a free breast scan for the ladies. And I also have an option for the men that they could do like a region of interest scan that I'm going to give away. So please come. And you have to be at my presentation to be entered in that drawing, that specific drawing. Today, though, I'm going to share a lot of really cool information still. So I'm going to start by sharing how thermography has helped me in my health discovery journey. So I'm going to share the screen. Let's see. I might have to figure out how to do this, Tammy. Oh, I see the button. Okay, share screen.
Yeah, once you push it, then it takes about 15 seconds for me to see it and then approve it. So once you go ahead and click the share screen, then we should be able to see it. Are you going to be showing images? I'm so excited.
I am.
Oh, good. This is so cool. Yeah, one of the things that I wanted to mention just while your presentation's coming up here is that I was really surprised by what we found in my thermography session. For example, I knew that at the time I had been experiencing some thyroid issues. I had been diagnosed with Hashimoto's by my naturopath and a few other things. We'll just say that. But what we didn't know was that there was some inflammation that was coming actually this side. I was like, that's the wrong side, coming from one of a cavity that I had. And I had been told that I'd had that cavity before, but it wasn't causing me any issues. And they had already done a quick feeling on it, and it wasn't a big deal, I thought. But it was showing this line of inflammation that went down, and then it literally went straight to my thyroid. Well, I didn't know that my teeth could cause that. And then from there, of course, your thyroid is very important. And if it's not functioning correctly, it can cause other issues. Well, that's really important to know that. I mean, starting to do some oil pulling and some other things for my oral care made a difference. And I could go forward with that information. So it gave me more information that would be very helpful for me. So, all right, let's see if we can get you on.
Is it showing?
If I turn what you have currently, it's just going to show what I have on my screen. There you go. That's exactly what I needed you to do. Perfect. All right.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and click the slideshow part of this. So let's see. Here I already talked about this. I already introduced myself. And okay, so I'm at this part about thermography. So, okay, yeah. So I'm going to start by talking about my journey. Now, thermal imaging is most popularly known as an adjunct or an alternative to mammogram. That's just what most people know it as. But the cool thing is thermography can be used for the entire body, just like Tammy was talking about with her dental and thyroid, and you can check anywhere in the body. You really can. So I want to start by showing my images. I started doing my own thermal images in 2017. Now, as you can look at these, you can see how they've changed. 2017, 2018 look pretty similar, not a lot of change. And then in 2020, I started to make some significant health changes. And the cool thing is my images validate for me that my health changes that I was making were working. So I'm going to go ahead and click through these. These are my face ones. And just to clarify, so if you haven't ever seen a thermal image before, what you're looking at, the red, of course, is going to indicate warmer, hotter spots. And then the blue are the colder, cooler spots. And then the green and yellow are in between. And so it doesn't take a whole lot of a temperature change for those colors to show like that. It's sometimes just 1 or 2 degrees Celsius. They check it in Celsius. And so it's not like looking at my face, that my face was just super, super hot or anything like that. It was just slightly off. It'll pick up the most subtlest variations, but those subtle variations actually are very significant because our body temperature works really hard to maintain an equal temperature at all times. Now these are the left side of my face. And you can see again, a lot more heat. I had a lot more inflammation going on up here. And then as 2020, when I started to change my lifestyle and all of that, things started to improve. And again, my other side of my face. Now, inflammation is not the only thing that they look for. The cold places also could be indications of things going on. So if you look at my fingers here, they're blue. They're cold. Now, as you can see, I have a normal thermal pattern. A lot of this stuff is similar in all my pictures. And every person will have their own unique thermal pattern that will, be pretty consistent, but there will be just subtle things that can change. And so as you can see, like my fingers here, the circulation had improved over time. And again, these are my hands. The top ones are my hands palm down. The bottom ones are palm up. And so you can see all of the inflammation I had in my hands. One of the biggest things I changed actually was my diet. I eliminated inflammatory foods. And that was a huge change in my health because I was having a lot of pain in my hands and my wrists and all my connective tissues, actually, ligaments, tendons, all of that. I was having a lot of pain. I even was tested for rheumatoid arthritis, and that came back normal, and they just couldn't figure out what it was. That doctor actually is one who told me to try this different diet and change and eliminate the inflammatory foods and see if that would help. And it did. So as you saw, my images changed, they improved. And since I know, my own health history, it validated for me that what I was doing was working. So yeah, I changed a lot of things. Sorry, I'm skipping around a little bit. So, I need to mention, I do not read or interpret the images. I am like the ultrasound tech. I'll take the images and then I send them to be interpreted by physicians. These are specially trained physicians. This is what they do. They know how to read the images. They know what normal is. They know what parts of the body should be what temperature and what parts shouldn't, and all of that stuff. They specialize in this. So I send them the images. They go through each image one by one, checking the temperature. They're not just looking at the color. The color is more of the visual aid for you and I, for us to see a visual of what it looks like. But they will check the actual temperature on the images. And when you have your scan, I can even show you that process a little bit. I can show you like the different temperatures on the screen. And they check that, and then they make notes, and they send back a report that you get to keep. You get to keep your report and all your images when you have that. So now I want to talk about something else. There's the physician's thing. Who here knows what angiogenesis is? Who's heard of it and what it's about? So as this says here, angiogenesis is the development of new blood vessels. And I want you to think, what change in the body would cause angiogenesis to happen? This process is stimulated by cancer cells, and it helps cancer cells travel through the body via new blood vessels. So here is an image of that. So you can see here is a regular blood vessel. And angiogenesis is where these little fine hair-like vessels will form. It plays a very important role in the growth and the spread of the cancer. Now, even though thermography is an FDA-approved adjunct to mammography, we cannot say that thermography detects cancer. And honestly, it doesn't. But even mammography does not detect cancer. The only way you know if you have cancer is by having a biopsy. All these other tests and scans, they just show that something could be there or something is there, something is happening in the body. And then they do a biopsy to confirm it. So what can thermography tell you? Well, it can show if you have angiogenesis starting and other things like inflammation, circulation issues, and so on. All of those things are potential indicators of disease happening in the body. And the best way that you can know if you're having any of this is if you're having thermal scans regularly as a preventative, because you will see if something changes. Now, I mentioned before that everybody has their unique thermal pattern. If you're having your images taken regularly, like yearly, you can even do it less than that if you want to do 3 months or 6 months. If you're having them done regularly as a preventative, if angiogenesis starts happening, you would see that in your thermal images. It would show up as a change, something different in a spot, wherever it is. It would show up and you would start to see it get a hotter spot there. So that's the really cool thing about thermography. It is the only scan that can detect inflammation. And it can detect it early on, even before you may have symptoms, or in the case of, say, a tumor, even before you would feel a tumor. Now, you may be wondering about the lump that I found in my breast. When I had my thermal scan, I was instantly able to see that there was no heat source right there where that lump was. And that told me that it was not as serious as I thought it might be. So for me, I chose a wait and see option. I don't say that everybody should do that. This is just what I did. Everybody has to do their own process. But for me, I just didn't feel like it was that dangerous. So I just wanted to wait and see what would happen. And I know the amazing benefits of frankincense oil. So I put frankincense oil on it. And my lump over about 3 months just got smaller and smaller and smaller until it was gone. So that told me it was probably just a cyst. I was so thankful that I did not need a mammogram or a biopsy. Now, had things gone differently, had there been a heat source there, or had the lump not gone away, then I would have done different things. I would have, possibly done an ultrasound next and just progressed up to that. But that's just what I would have done. I don't say, what anybody should do. Everybody has to do what works for them. But I am just so very thankful that I was able to find thermography. And I'm really, really, really grateful that I now can offer this service to others. So as I mentioned before, I am mobile. I travel to different locations working with holistic care practitioners as well as independently. So I want to invite you, if you're interested in getting a thermal scan, please reach out to me. And in fact, if you're traveling to any of Tammy's conferences, I'm planning to schedule scans at those locations. Just reach out to me and we will work it out. I want to thank you for being here today. And as a special thank you for everyone that goes to my website and fills out the contact info, I'm going to send you a 16-page PDF on how to have a healthy immune system. Now, this is from one of our doctors, one of our thermography doctors. She is a real doctor. She's a surgeon. She does a lot of plastic surgery. She does a lot of breast reconstruction surgery. And she has these PDFs that I can share with you that has a whole bunch of great information in there. And so, yeah, if you go there and you fill out my contact info or fill out the contact info, I will send that to you. And it's easy. You just go to my website there, www.alertthermalimaging.com, and go to the contact tab. And then there should be the area down where you can enter your information. So let's see. That is just a lot of great information. I need to get out this sharing screen. So at this time, let's see, stop sharing. I clicked on that. If anybody has any questions, I'm really curious to know what questions you may have.
There are a couple of questions that are coming in. One says, is this common testing that doctors use?
Alternative holistic doctors use it.
But other doctors are familiar with it because, like I said, my surgeon, when I said, I don't necessarily want to do a mammogram. I don't, if there was a reason I would do it, but I was like, I don't want to go do this extra. Can I just, I've already done a thermal imaging. Can I just give you that? And he said, well, how long ago was it? And I said, it's been about a year, year and a half. And he said, yeah, that will do. So I literally, all I had to do was ask for my file, and then I just forwarded on to them, and they said yes. So did I do her? Oh, I did. I spelled it wrong. I'm so sorry. Let me do that again. Alert thermal imaging. Imaging is.
I was actually told that our hospital here near us in Ogden used to offer thermal imaging there. But then they started to get the higher tech like machines that, that can pay, get more money, the MRIs and all that. But they used to do them in the hospital.
Mm-hmm. Well, when I got mine done, it was a very legit thing,
Mm-hmm.
So here, go ahead and try this one and see if this one makes a difference. Brenda Jean says the link wasn't working before. Go ahead and try this one and see if that will make a difference. I apologize. I think I actually spelled it wrong. My bad. But yeah, you're good. But I did want to just go ahead and do the other questions as well. So you're saying, people are asking, like, is this something that doctors use? Is this legit? Well, it was for me when I had something that was serious coming up. And then I know other people who have also used it in this, and that wasn't the reason why I got it, but I was able to benefit from it in two different ways, just from one scan. The next question that's coming in from Robbie, she says, how often can you get a scan?
You could get a scan as often as you want because they're safe. There's no radiation or anything like that. It's completely safe, non-invasive. And yeah, all ages can have it done. Kids, adults, anybody can have it done. So you can have them done as often as you want. They will recommend when you have your images done. So your first set of images, they consider your baseline. That's just to see, what your thermal pattern is. The images you have after your follow-up scans, those are the ones that are going to give the most information, because those are the ones that are going to see if there's any change, if anything's changing for the better or for the worse. And you can have those done anytime. And the physicians will actually put in their report, they will recommend, you don't have to have it, but they will recommend if they think something needs to be done in 3 months, 6 months, or even a year later. I have been doing them yearly. I don't have any significant issues. And so I do mine once a year. So, yeah.
Awesome. This is really helpful for people to learn about the other complementary things that are out there that they can really benefit from. So you're going to be at the Logan conference, and you're going to be, tell us a little bit about what's going to be happening in your class at the conference.
Yeah, so in my class, I'm going to be talking a lot about inflammation. A lot of people don't really know or realize the significance of if you have inflammation in your body, because inflammation, as the World Health Organization has stated, chronic inflammation is the cause of disease, of all disease, and disease is the number one cause of death. So inflammation is something you really need to know. So I'm going to be talking about inflammation and educating a lot about that. I'm going to be talking a lot about the science stuff, about how this all works. All the things that, people are, because when I have appointments with people, there's just not enough time to explain everything. People are like, oh, how does this work? How does, why is this looking like this? Or why is this looking like that? And I don't have the time during an appointment to go in that kind of a detail. So I'm going to be doing that at the conferences, and I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love it. And I also really like that you have a physician that basically, interprets what the scan is telling them. So you actually, I don't know how much more legit you could really make it, where you're getting it from that and that. And it's like in real time, you can see it. So the other questions that are coming in is, how much does a scan run? And like, does insurance cover this kind of a thing?
Yeah, those are very common questions. So it depends on the scan. If you're getting just a breast scan, those are 195. If you want to get what we call the women's health or the men's health, that is basically scanning everything from head to hip. That's your head, your neck, your chest, your abdomen, your back. They're 295. And if you want to do a full body, which is all of that, plus you add in the arms, the hands, the legs, and the feet, they're 350. Now, I have been told that some insurances will reimburse for it. I don't bill insurances at all. I'm not set up to do that. So I highly recommend everybody to submit it to your insurance to see if they will reimburse for it. There is also the option of the United Breast Cancer Foundation. On their website, they offer financial assistance for breast screening, and thermography is one of those that they will cover. It's on their website, they promote it. And so if anyone needs financial assistance for their breast screening, I highly recommend you go to that and go through that process to get that. But yeah, there are some insurances I've heard. I think I heard, trying to think even what it's called now, Liberty Health Share. Those are more health shares though, but I have heard of some that do.
Yeah, that's awesome. One other thing is people were asking, where do we sign up for the PDF? And I actually did go to the website, but I didn't see. Can you tell us where to go, direct us for that PDF?
Yes. So when you're in there, there's a tab at the top that says Contact. And then you'll click on that, and then you'll see a picture of me and a little, bio about me. Scroll all the way down to the bottom. There's just a little form where you can put your name and email in there.
Awesome. And then one last question we have time for is, do you have a Facebook page?
I do. So my main company is Strong Monarch, and then I've adopted now the Alert Thermal Imaging on there. So my Facebook page is Strong Monarch. I do have a Facebook group just for the Alert Thermal Imaging, and it's Alert Thermal Imaging for Health. It's just a group. It's where I post my locations of where I'm scanning.
Oh, that would be really helpful to know that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to go ahead and share a link for that group. Is that okay if I do that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and grab that link and I will share that right now. And you guys tell me if you can see it really fast. And I think that if you're interested in this, knowing where she's going to be and going around and stuff is going to be really helpful to you. All right, let's see if that works. Somebody tell me if that works really quick. You guys can check it out. I'm excited for you to be coming to the conference in Logan. So excited for you to be there. And also to know that people can come and meet you and find out more information as well. Thank you so much for being a part of this today. Do you have anything else that you'd like to add?
No, I'm good. And I'm just really thankful for this opportunity.
Yeah, thank you so much. All right, well, take care and have a great day. That's
Thanks.
awesome.
See you later.
See ya. Okay, you guys, we're going to go ahead and do the scholarship. I'm so thankful for Kelly jumping on to tell us more about what she's going to be offering and doing at the conference coming up in Logan. One thing that I would like to go ahead and do is the scholarship that I had promised. Before I do, though, I would love to just thank all of our speakers, our sponsors, those of you who have volunteered, the attendees, anyone who's contributed and participated. We're just so thankful for the warm welcome from the community and the support that we've received from you guys. You're just fantastic. So thank you so much. This scholarship that I'm going to be awarding, just to reiterate in case somebody jumped on, is called the Energy Healing for Beginners. This is an online course where you'll be meeting with me once a week. It is actually going to be held from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. And that is starting on April 5th. And then it does every week at that same time. So it's like the same time, same channel, all of that, right? And if you are not able to get on because you work or you go to school or something else like that, you can join in. later. You don't have to be live. I definitely do want you to know about it. So here's the link for that. You can go ahead and click on the link. Again, if you'd like to be entered, just go ahead and put the word scholarship in the comments. I'm going to choose a winner in just one moment here after I go over just a few of the details about what's included in this particular course. By the way, I want you to know that we have it on sale right now for $129. And because it is a multiple week class, it makes the price go down. So it is very, very affordable. In addition to the low price and then trying to make it as affordable and accessible as possible, we've also added in some additional bonuses as well. One of those bonuses that we've added in is a couple of pairs of, or a pair of tickets to our energy healing conference. You can choose any one of the conferences in April that you'd like to go to. If you live long distance and you're not able to come to one of our Idaho or Utah conferences, you can also participate in the virtual ticket that's happening there on April 2nd, just as long as we get you signed up before then. We also give you access to some of the audios from our past conferences that I personally have handpicked out from our collection, our vault, our online vault that has hundreds of different choices. So you'll also receive those as well. In addition to that, I have compiled a workbook that is, I mean, it's huge. It's like 70 pages right now. So even though that this class comes with all of this support and the online classes and everything like that are done in real time and customized to the people in the class, we also give you this workbook so that you can work through it in real time as well. These are things that once you learn how to do them, they'll continue to bless your life and support you with your own energy hygiene additionally after the class. And then you can use them with your friends and your family. This is non-religious, so just so that we're very clear on that, this is a universal class. It can be supportive to anyone. In addition to that as well, we have also added in a video course that is called Protection for Empaths. So how many of you know what an empath is? How many of you know how to actually know where your energetic boundaries are and then how to strengthen them so that energy vampires, literally that's a thing, people who suck your soul, people, no, not really suck your soul, but like they drain your energy, like you feel like you need a nap when you're done talking to them, those kind of people, right? So if you are an empath and you go into a grocery store, you don't have to know anyone in the grocery store. If you start feeling tired or overwhelmed, there are some things in this course that can help you so that doesn't become a burden for you. I've had people tell me that it's given them their life back. So I'm really grateful to know that. Energy is really important. Whether you're sensitive to it or not, you may not be realizing how much it's really, truly affecting you. So I'm excited for this course. Now, who is this course designed for? It's designed for the beginner in mind, but even people who've known about energy awareness for a long, long time have taken my course and have said, I learned so much, or that was a great refresher. Either way, that's a helpful tip, right? Also, the classes are customized. We include a lot of value. We really pack it in. I know this course is worth hundreds of dollars more, but because part of my goal is to make it so affordable, we've dropped it down. So the sale price right now is $129. And I'd love to be able to do a scholarship for that. Okay. Does anyone have any questions about the course or about anything that we've talked about here today with this? I want to make sure that I am just answering all of these questions right now. So it looks like I've got a few people that are being entered. Julie Lane, she says, me, I'm an empath. I don't know how to protect myself though. Yeah, the thing is, it's just a couple of simple things that you can do that really make a huge difference. There's simple things. In fact, let me just give you a few right now, Julie. One of them is there's some gemstones that are proven to help with this. Okay. Now, Tiger's Eye is a grounding stone. So you're going to be energetically strengthened in that way. It's like you take the Schumann resonance, the Earth's frequency and your frequency, and they are combined together and it strengthens your own. So you don't feel as flyety, right? energetically flighty. I also have like a red tiger's eye, but there's like black onyx, black obsidian, black tourmaline, any of those, if you can have them on you, doesn't have to be a bracelet, can be something else as well, um, just depending on what you might need. Those are really, really powerful. I sleep with a black tourmaline near me. I also have one right in the center of my house because I have energetically sensitive, uh, not just kids, but husband too. And I want to make sure that I'm doing things that are going to significantly make a difference for them. So that's one of those things that I personally do. Also, I'm going to be doing some grounding techniques next Monday when I come on next Monday night. So join me next Monday night. That'll be like 5:30ish in the evening, and I'd love to be able to share more of that with you as well. All right, let's go ahead and do a scholarship, okay? They're like, quit talking, give it away. Here we go. You ready? I'm just like swinging my comments here, kind of like a little roulette. Boom. This one right here, Sarah V. Sarah V. She is, oh yeah, I just met her online. She is going to be a fantastic speaker when we get her on one day. So let's go ahead and congratulate our winner today. Sarah V is our winner, and I'll go ahead and reach out to her as well. I also wanted to add, if you have won one of our past giveaways and you have not had communication about that, will you please go ahead and send me a message on our Facebook Messenger? Our email is down right now. We do not know why, but we're figuring it out. But in the meantime, I would love to make sure I'm taking care of you. So go ahead and send me over a message on our inbox so we can take care of you. Sometimes when people don't reach out right away, it kind of get lost through the cracks, and we want to just make sure that we're honoring all of our giveaways and the customer service and everything like that. So, all right. Thank you guys so much for being on today. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you next Monday night, 5:30 p.m. Mountain Time. We'll see you guys then. Take care and have a wonderful, wonderful day.